Hey everybody, and welcome back to Koi Pond Lifestyle. So what have we got on today? A bit of a mixed bag today, to be honest. It's not the video that I had planned for you this week. Reason being is I did loads of filming over the last few weeks. I've got an issue with one of my fish. So I've been doing a bit of filming, a bit of this, a bit of that, and got it all set up on the camera. And then we had really hot weather, and it seems to have wiped the card in my camera for whatever reason, so I've lost all the footage. So that was a little bit annoying. Basically, one of my fish had some dead scales on its side, and I was watching another channel, Koi Fish Johnny, doing a cracking job, mate. He's got a new channel that's, well, he's not actually new now, he's been going for he's going for a little while now. He's got a cracking little channel. He's a little bit like me. He likes to try things, you know, every day's a school day, don't knock it till you've tried it, you know, all that kind of stuff. So he's a good watch. So, you know, if you manage to get over and watch Koi Fish Johnny, have a quick look at his videos. Quite good, quite entertaining as well, actually. So I was watching his videos, and he did a similar thing. He had an issue with, I think he has a lip rot, or I don't know, he had something wrong with one of his fish, and he had to do a sedation to cure it. So I'd done that a little while back, and I watched his video and I thought, oh damn, somebody beat me to it. I'd already done it, but I thought I'll put it out because it's a different kind of reason why I'm sedating. So we'll go with that. So I did all that anyway. It's all gone. Luckily, I took some pictures, so I'm gonna have to talk you through what I did. That's what it is, you know. What else can I do? So I'll talk you through what I've done and how it worked and where we are now with the fish. So I've got a problem with another fish as well I'm going to talk about, and then some of the little bits and pieces. So I've had to sort of put together a video for you this week to, as the planned one just went up in smoke, or up in techno land when the sun came out and it fried me camera. I'm hoping this is working now, actually. Can you see me? Right, so let's crack on, and I'll talk you through some bits and pieces. Right, so this is what I've had to do. One of my fish had some what looked like dead scales on its side. Kept an eye on it for a few days, and then a red mark started showing, and then the red mark got a little bit more angry. So it looked like this. Ended up where it looked like not good. So spoke to Steve at Penkoi, bit of professional advice, and gave me some ideas, and I thought, right, I'm going to go and have a go at sedation and remove the dead scales. How do you know which are dead scales? Dead scales, if you run your finger along the fish side, they're all very smooth, and then if you hit one, or if you rub your finger along one that feels like sandpaper, that's usually a dead scale. So if you're in an area that's looking a bit angry and not looking too good, and you find one that feels like sandpaper when you run your finger over it, that's usually a dead scale that you can easily remove. You know, you can pluck them like you pluck eyebrows. I don't know what analogy I came up with then. Anyways, so I thought, sorry, we'll go and I'll get the fish out and we'll sedate the fish. We'll remove the dead scales, because looking like this looked a bit angry. So I bought myself a Medibox kit. This one was by Colombo. It sort of had everything in. It was about 20 quid. That would allow me to sedate the fish. So basically what you get in the kit is you get the sedation fluid, which is clove oil. It sedates the fish, it sort of knocks them unconscious, but you've got to be careful with this stuff, because if you leave them in there for too long, then you can't get them back. So what I ended up doing was the tub I usually use for, you know, getting fish out and sort of measuring fish or just seeing how they are, I put little measure points on it, you know, 10 litres, 20 litres, 30 litres, so that I knew how much water I had in and how much of the solution to put in the water. So I measured it very accurately, because if you go overboard, the fish doesn't recover, and then it just dies. And if you don't do it enough, then you spend forever waiting for the fish to go under, and you can't do it. So you have to get it just right. But anyways, so a pair of gloves, like I say, sedation. Then you get the wound clean. so you're able to clean off the wound once you've done whatever you're doing. You're able to give it a clean off there, and it cleans it off. And then you've got propolis spray. Now this is like a beeswax, or it derives from a beeswax. So you spray it on, and when it dries, and and when it dries with a film. But it's also, people have said, yeah, but if you put this on, aren't you locking in all the bacteria, or if it's infected? Potentially, yes. But with this bees stuff, it's got properties in there that will, like an antiseptic, I'm told. But again, you've got to make sure, you know, you use your wound clean. So you make sure you clean it off with your wound clean, then you put this on top. And this sort of helps it seal off so you don't get any borne bacteria into the wound. So there you go. So anyway, got the fish out on the day, put the fish out on, and as it said per the instructions, removed each one of the dead scales, and now there must have been at least 10 dead scales. So you took in a little patch that I had to remove, and I was kind of going over each individual one, finding out which was the rough one, which the sandpapery one, and literally plucking them back along the fish. So, you know, scales lie on a fish, so your head's that way and tail's this way, and the scales all point down to the tail, so you're pulling them towards the tail. So you're literally just picking them, use tweezers or you can use your fingers and just a pluck, and it plucks them out, and then you discard them. So I plucked a number of these out, brought the fish back up, did the spray, the wound clean, the spray, and then put the fish back in, washed it for a couple of days, and it still looked a bit angry, so we took the fish back out again, and it got a little bit of pus under some of the, it started to look like this actually. So as you can see there, it's kind of, the middle bit sorted, but around the outside was a little bit, it was maybe infected. So took the fish back out again. We literally pushed and squeezed out all the pus or whatever was in under the remaining scales, and put it back in. And that was a few weeks ago now. And now the fish looks like this. So how good is that? A bit of a scar. The scales are starting to come back now. So far so good. So that was a successful, you know. If you want to see how Koi Fish Johnny did it, by all means, go onto his channel. You know, it's the first time he'd ever done it with success. So don't be afraid of having a go at this. Just follow the instructions, and that's just what it is, you know. Don't follow the instructions and who knows. But yeah, so I just followed the instructions and away we went from there. So it was all good. So let me see, on to something else. Right, here's an interesting one for you. Can you remember about 3 or 4 videos ago, I found Kostya in my pond. One of my fish, Sid, we found Kostya on him. So we treated the pond with the 2 separate bottles, one formaldehyde, the other one malachite green. Treated the pond, everything seemed to be going hunky-dory. Until about 4 or 5 days ago, when got up in the morning, fed the fish as usual, handful of food goes in, no Sid. So where's Sid? Please don't tell me he's jumped out. No, net's on. He hadn't jumped out. He was far corner, clamped up, right on the bottom. So I thought, right, okay, give him a couple of days, you know, see how he goes. A couple of days later, still he's swimming around, but he's a bit clamped. But he's now flashing like crazy, as if there was something stuck in his gills. Okay, maybe there's something stuck in his gills. Don't panic, everybody. Be all right. So 2 days ago, still flashing, and now he's off the bottom, and he's doing a bit of feeding now, and he's even going in the sky pond, which he doesn't usually do very often. But he started going up there now. But now he's only clamped with one fin, like this. So he's wandering around with just one fin clamped. Well, not wandering, obviously. Well, yeah, I suppose wandering. I don't know, swimming around with one fin clamped. But he's not going around in circles, as you'd imagine. So everybody else is happy. I've had him out, did a scrape, couldn't see anything. So even up to the 400 plus, still couldn't see anything. No Kostya, no Fluke, no white spot, no. But he's still clamped, as you can see on this little video I took of him underwater, swimming around. Again, he's coming to the camera. He's not, you know, he's not in distress, or is he? If he's clamped up, but he's only one from clamp, and every now and again he'll open them both up, and he'll swim as normal. Did another salt bath with him. I let him a bit longer this time. I thought I'd give him as long as I can in the salt bath until he looks like he's having a few problems, and put it back in. I think we did 20 minutes or so in the salt bath. Seemed happy enough in it. Started getting a bit movie at the end, so put him back in. I don't know, I don't really want to lose him because he's a cracking little fish. Had him 3 years nearly now. No, 2.5 years now. Right, nothing to do with ponds for a minute or two, maybe just a minute. But I need your help. As probably some of you already know, I don't do gardening. I ain't got green fingers. Most plants that I bring into my garden die. I'm sure you just water them, but some people tell me other things. Anyways, I'm currently on my lawn, and these things, is it clover, whatever you call it? How the heck do I get rid of this stuff? Because it's coating my garden now. How do I get rid of it and it being dog safe? Because I've still got Bear, who obviously spends a lot of time in the garden with us. He lies in the garden. He likes to come out here, and when it's not over hot or when it's not raining or whatever. So how do I get rid of all this clover leaf without having any issues with Bear still playing on here while getting rid of it? If you comment below, that'd be ace, because I don't know how to do it. Bees seem to like it though, so it's such a shame. You know, the bees like it and stuff. But I can't keep it because Bear keeps eating it as well. So, clover, how the heck do I get rid of that without having issues with the dog? Thanks very much. Okay, quick update on my fish with a clamped fin. Still doing it, still lying on the bottom, and this, I'm onto a few days now when this is happening. So I've pulled him back out again, or it, her, pulled the fish out again, done another scrape. It's back. Kostya. So got me Malachite green ready and waiting. Now got my formalin ready. However, this has now gone cloudy and crystallized. That's it. That's spent. It's done. Can't use that anymore. So I've got blooming, there's at least that much left in the tub as well. Gutted. So I've just messaged Steve on Facebook, see if he'll come and I'm going to open the shop sometime soon, so I can buy another bottle of that, because I'm going to do the separates again, because I think it was quite successful first time around. That was weeks and weeks ago when we last did Kostya. And look, he's at the window at the moment now. So I have a funny feeling I've caught him early. Let's hope. Anyway, so I'm going to get another dose of that done. The formalin, as soon as I get to Steve, get the formalin, get that in the pond, get the Malachite green in, and away we go. And on that bombshell, thanks very much for watching. If you've liked the video, please click the like, subscribe, ding the bell for notification, and share to all your friends. Thanks very much for watching. This was Koi Pond Lifestyle.